Welcome back to another episode of the Nottingham Forest Career Mode here on FC26, where today we start here on January 1st of 2026. We are into a new calendar year, which means I went ahead and skipped past that game against Manchester City. We skipped it through the calendar. We drew 1-1. We also had a game at Everton on New Year's Eve. We won that game 2-0, I believe, which sees us now sit in 5th because of that draw. We are now tied on points with Chelsea here. But they have a better goal difference by 1. That's actually crazy considering they've only lost one game, but they drew 9. They could be top of the table at the moment if they put some of those draws into wins at the moment. We are 1 point off of Spurs, who sit in 3rd. We are 2 points off of Man City, who are in 2nd. We are 7 points off of... No, not 7, 9 points. I don't know. That math was way wrong. We are 9 points off of Liverpool, who currently sit top of the table at the moment. But yes, like I said, we are sitting on January 1st. I do think I'm going to make some transfer signings and whatnot. We have 37 to mil. We might make some sellings. I'm telling you now, Bali is going to hopefully be going over to Saudi Arabia. I know that for sure. But as far as the squad goes and what I'm thinking, in my personal opinion, is my wingers. My wingers, I'm not enjoying at the moment. I don't know if it's this formation or whatnot. Maybe we have to go to a 4-2-1-3 and get the most out of them. But I'm not liking the wingers. I'm really not liking Awani on the bench as well. Back on the bench isn't that great. Omari Hutchinson and Gibbs White is fine for now. I think that's an upgrading goal later down the line. If Mokio is here, I might loan him out, to be completely honest, because I feel like he's just deteriorating in this squad without no game time. So we might loan him out. We might bring in some more youth players as well to loan them out. And if we were to improve anyone in the back line, it would be the left back position, because Williams ain't that great. And Zinchenko, well, is Zinchenko in all honesty, and he's not good at all. So those could be upgrading goals. We don't have that money to upgrade that many spots though. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes in. But I think first we bring in some of these youth academy players that are over 16 years old, maybe all of them, and loan them all out. Now, Mokio was actually a player on loan, so we are going to turn into a permanent player here and loan him out. Now, this is going to cost us just around $3 million for that buy option. Now, we're going to bring him in for 3 years. I probably could have done 5, but we'll do 3 for now. And it should tick over to like 3 points. It should actually tick over to 3.5, so theoretically 3.5 for 4 years, essentially. Yeah, Mokio, welcome to the squad permanently and looking to be loaned out as well now. And well, because we are playing Aston Villa in the Premier League and now the FA Cup round 3, we have chose to prioritize that FA Cup game. So we're going to go ahead and simulate through here now. They are 6th, we are 5th in the Premier League. We'll jump in if need be, but it is Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. We are into that 4-2-1-3 formation. So let's see if that can work out better for our wingers before we completely decide against them. Chris Wood opens up the scoring in the 62nd minute, 1-0. And Chris Wood's solo goal is the sole goal. 1-0, Nottingham Forest over Aston Villa. That's a massive win back into the top 4 race that we are finding ourselves into, and we actually go back up into the top 4. We are in 3rd. We take that leap. And Willy Bolly has been sold to Al Qaeda. He is off for less than $1 million, which is quite disappointing. But he didn't want to sign a new contract. His contract's expiring. So at the end of the day, any type of money for him is better than free. So we'll take it. And I believe this is going to be, this is Cunha going over to Athletic Club. He wasn't going to get any game time. He was actually getting ready to be, wanted to be sold, actually not even getting ready. He was transfer listed. He wanted out, so we're not going to fight it, and he's out. So 7.4 million. We also say goodbye to Awioni. He is gone to Valencia for 5.2 million. I just didn't enjoy using him anytime. I barely used him anyway. So we'll get money for him, and yeah, goodbye. Now we are going in after Igor Paxal from Marseille, 25 years of age, a left mid, 81 overall. We would change him to a left winger. We actually offered them 29.5 million, and they came back for Hudson-Odoi, which I'm kind of completely down to let Hudson-Odoi go in this swap deal if we can get the transfer sum under like 15 mil or at 15 mil at least at the max. But I'm also kind of not willing to let Callum Hudson-Odoi go on the simple fact that we don't have a current backup left winger at the moment. but this will save money for somebody that we want to bring in on the right-hand side. But then we'd probably get rid of Bakwa as well, which then could actually, it's a mix. I think we do it. I think we see if we can get this down close to like maybe 12.5 million. That will go to 32.5. See what they say to that. They want 15. So they are willing to budget down a little bit. Let's go 13.5 million. See what they say to that one. I feel like I just did that. They do say yes to that. So Marseille and us, we agree on a deal. Is that Oliver Glasner? That might be Oliver Glasner in all honesty. It's definitely not Deberto or Zaberto, whatever his name is. Deserbi, whatever the old Brighton's manager is. We are going to go ahead and bring in Paxal for Hudson-Odoi plus 15 million or 13.5 million. So that's actually completely fine there. 5-year contract deal, no release clause, of course. He's probably going to want a higher wage, so we'll give him up to 70,000 and 30 or 29,000 wage increase. He wants a signing bonus, he can have it. It won't affect us too much. And Paxal, welcome into Nottingham Forest. FA Cup action here against Aston Villa at Villa Park once more for today's episode. Paxal is going to start on his debut here on the left-hand side. Bakwa is going to get the start on the right-hand side. Mokio and Dominguez in the midfield as a dualship, possibly a good buy from Mokio. And then Savona at right back because he said he wanted to play, so we'll let him play. Let's get into the game here against Villa and see if we can make a cup run. And here we go. FA Cup action against Aston Villa, who we just took down on a simulation 1-0 with Chris Wood scoring. Chris Wood almost didn't start this game, which was interesting. Paxal though, into Gibbs White. Mokio now. Dominguez out wide for Bakwa. Mokio. Gibbs White. Paxal cross, not the best. Jadon Sancho down the left-hand side. Jadon Sancho now cuts in for Ollie Watkins, and Ollie Watkins in for Onana. 1-0 Villa. Okay, well, one attack. It's a goal for Aston Villa. Sure. Paxal trying to get past Cash, in which he will on the second effort, but Cash is running right there along him, just a little bit behind him. Paxal now using the acceleration he has into Chris Wood and saved by Emi Martinez. A good chance to equalize there. Gibbs White. Bakwa now down the right-hand side. Bakwa cuts, crosses it in. Chris Wood on the volley, 1-1. Nobody really wanted to close him down. The keeper didn't want to crash him in. Wood lays it off. Dominguez doesn't get starts much often. He hits the post on that attempt. The clearance comes off of Paxal and out for a goal kick, unfortunately. Paxal gets past Mandy Cash with his agility there. And Paxal now down the left-hand side. Crosses it in for Chris Wood. The header cannot chip the keeper and out. Onana just gives it straight to Gibbs White. Chris Wood now out wide and over the top for Bakwa. Bakwa now. Maybe back post for Paxal if he can get there first. He does get the first save by Martinez, but Chris Wood is there for the rebound. And Nottingham Forest get the lucky break, and it's 2-1. We take the lead here right before the break. Chris Wood with the brace in today's game so far. It was a great strike, though, by Paxal. I mean, it was a good cross in. I say great strike. It was a good header, I should say. It's not really a strike, is it? But it was a good cross in from Bakwa. Good header from Paxal. And, I mean, it's a tap-in for really Chris Wood there. Gives White. Out wide to Bakwa. He makes that run, stays onside. And Bakwa takes a heavy touch, but gets past Emi Martinez with a little body feint. Nottingham Forest 3, Aston Villa 1. I was fully expecting Emi Martinez just to come crashing and just collect the ball into his stomach. But he doesn't, and we are able to body feint him essentially and get past him and have the easiest goal of the game. 3-1 for Nottingham Forest. We're into the next round of the FA Cup. I mean, just look at that. Oh, my Lord. Look at that little body feint from Bakwa. Is he going to earn his start at the club now and possible safety? To be completely honest, probably not. Because after this game, I'm going shopping. And a free kick here for Aston Villa to get back in it. It is going to be Lucas Digne who drags his shot wide. Mullen. Oh, Mullen's going to get taken out by Williams. It's rash. Is that a penalty? That was not inside the box. There is no way that was inside the... Was that inside the box? I couldn't tell from the angle, but apparently yes it was. Okay, well, a chance for them, I guess, to give them a little bit of hope for the little time remaining, but Sells will save it. And no hope for them. It's completely killed off there, unless they score off this corner, of course, then theoretically, I guess. But they will not do that. Commander's header goes wide, and that should be game. And that should be game over. It is game over. Nottingham Forest 3, Aston Villa 1, into the round 4 of the FA Cup. All right, well, some things have happened. Rivero got loaned out. Santoro got loaned out. Bustamante got loaned out. And Zinchenko got recalled by Arsenal. So our shift and our focus is to change to left back realistically here. Obviously, those 3 players that got loaned out are all youth players that we just bought in from the youth academy. So, yeah, we have Arsenal up next. But first, we're going to have to take care of some business. And we spend most of our budget on Nathaniel Brown, a left back out of Frankfurt, I believe, or somewhere in Germany. I think it's Frankfurt. I could be completely wrong. But he's going to come into the squad now. He's going to compete for that starting spot over Mr. Williams at the left back position. In fact, I'm going to give him the starting spot. He is 77 overall, but he has better potential. And on the Brighton save, he's been destroying me when I played against him when he's at Arsenal. So he's going to come in now to the Nottingham Forest save, which I mixed up these 2 saves of Nottingham Forest and my Brighton one on the second channel. I mixed them up. I brought in Varela from FC Porto in the Brighton save because of me playing against him in this save, but I thought I played him in the other save. It's a mind mess when you're doing 2 English saves. But Nathaniel Brown comes into the squad. He's actually 78 overall. He's going to come in and instantly start over Williams. I know he's overall lower, but he is better than him. Let's be realistic. Welcome to the squad. I might sell a couple more players just to try and raise funds or something. Maybe try and find a loan deal. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But let's get into it.
And here's how
Nottingham Forest versus the... It would actually be very comical if they started Zinchenko here. But Nathaniel Brown starts his new life here in colors at Nottingham Forest. He starts today's game as our starter. Igor Paixão gets his Premier League debut here, and then obviously Bakwa remains as our right mid for the moment. We'll see what he can do against this. I want to see Zinchenko start, to be completely honest. He actually is starting as well. Zinchenko actually starts against us. That is awesome, and honestly, that is kind of crazy. They have Yaugazar as well now. Wow. So they just love ripping into Real Sociedad. I can't believe they actually started Zinchenko. That is comical. He was literally at Nottingham Forest's training ground less than a week ago. Chris Wood into Anderson. Anderson will lose the ball. Yaugazar, Douglas Luiz trying to win the ball, and Douglas Luiz win the ball. And look at Zinchenko out of position already. Mohamed Salah scored in the first minute for Liverpool. Bakwa trying to score in the first 6 minutes here, and that's exactly what he would do. That is a beautiful curler. He could be putting a good mark into his name for him to start the rest of the season here. And to him to have life at Nottingham Forest. He was on the chopping block fully coming to this episode. I think he is transfer listed. He might not be transfer listed. I haven't got a transfer offer for him yet, so he might not be transfer listed. But he was definitely, he was on that chopping block to be able to be sold. Bakwa scores his second goal in the Premier League, his second goal of today's game.
Arsenal restart the game then.
Yekadesh. Saka gets taken out. Yaugazar, Yekadesh. Oh no, that's gonna be a penalty. No. Oh my, that's the second penalty I've given away today. It is. Right there. I didn't think he'd actually turn when he received the ball, so I thought it was slide tackle, get the ball, maybe crunch him down a little bit, but then also knowing that the way the refs are in this game, they give away penalties like it's candy to kids on Halloween. Yekadesh now. I'm staying down the middle. I am staying down the middle. Victor Yekadesh. Oh, this game is comical. This game is absolutely comical. Yaugazar crosses in, Sells collects it.
Well, pretty straightforward for the keeper. You've got superb defensive judgment.
Odegaard losing the ball. Brown trying to clear. He clears it off Odegaard's head. He will get the second ball though. He will lose the ball to Martin Odegaard, and Martin Odegaard on the ball. He finds Bakayo. Bakayo into Yaugazar, 1-1. Gives White. Chris Wood. We have to start looking at possibly replacing Chris Wood in the future as well. Bakwa into Chris Wood. Anderson will take a touch. And oh, he took another touch. But yes, we start to look at possibly replacing Chris Wood. Cali Mwendo, is he going to be the right job for the man? The right man for the job, I should say. I don't think so, in all honesty, but Chris Wood is 34 years of age. He is getting down there. But for this season, he's still good enough. It's Paxal now. In for Chris Wood, and Chris Wood saved, but I think Chris Wood was offside. Bakwa. Cross comes in for Chris Wood. Header, saved by Raya. And Raya just gives it straight to Chris Wood, and Raya saves the shot from Chris Wood. And that will more likely be halftime. 1-1 here at the break.
So the whistle then, we're up the halfway stage.
Paxal down the left-hand side. Chris Wood, he'll turn, he'll shoot, he'll score. Nottingham Forest have the lead, 2-1. Chris Wood has his 14th of the season here in the Premier League. He might be 34 years of age, but he is still able to score goals, and that's exactly what he does here to give us the lead. Stop by middle. Yekadesh into Saka. Bukayo Saka now. Cross comes in for Declan Rice, who's on the field now, but Milinkovic wins it. Gives White now. Out wide over the top for Paxal. Him against Jordy and Timber. He has Chris Wood making that run parallel with them. Also Bakwa, back post, which we'll look to find, and which we do, and his header's over the bar. And then Doors actually can come on the left-hand side here.
Just shows how devastating they can be on the break, though.
Sangari. Hawaii, Bakwa, Chris Wood, Paxal, Ndoye, I should say here. And Ndoye crosses it in, gives White header off of the crossbar and in, and Nottingham Forest double their lead here. It's a great header by Morgan Gibbs White, the captain of the club. It's 3-1 for Nottingham Forest over the Arsenal.
They might be able to launch a counter-attack.
Hutchinson into Calimundo, who's on for Chris Wood. And Calimundo back to Amari Hutchinson, who's on for Gibbs White. And Hutchinson, it's a shit goal. It's a goal I don't really want to score on these games, but it's a goal nonetheless. Amari Hutchinson makes it 4-1. It's a stain to the stat sheet. It's a goal extra in our goal difference. It's a goal extra in his stat book, but this goal should never be happening. Daviria, I guess, could be diving that way in realistic situations, but he's going to recover quickly. He's going to recover a lot quicker than that, and he's never going to recover with his back turned to the ball and just facing the net and diving towards the net to try and save something. That's never going to happen. Yeah, 4-1.
So the match is restarted.
Dominguez, Amari Hutchinson, Bakwa, crosses it in, cross comes in, Mosqueda clears it, Dominguez on the volley trying to hit it, he will hit it, it's blocked, it's full time, 4-1 for Nottingham Forest over the Arsenal. We are going to simulate through one of the final two Europa League games here against FC Michelin out of Denmark, and we'll jump in if need be, but a win here can see us confirm top 8, hopefully, maybe. Unlikely, but it can at least put us in a great position to do so.
Lot to like about that pass.
Impact shot, 1-0.
But a disappointed goalkeeper.
And Okereke makes it 1-1. And so a 1-1 draw we will have to settle for, and certainly we might have to play a final game day against Real Betis. And so last game of the episode here, we are going to go ahead and play against Real Betis to close out. We are currently sitting in that final 8th position here, with FC Porto sitting in 9th. I'll expand it so y'all can see it a little bit better in detail. Goal difference, we have a better goal difference by 1. So we need to win here, and we are top 8 confirmed. That is good to see there. Real Betis versus Nottingham Forest. Let's see what we can do. Ndoye is going to not get dropped for Book. He's going to get dropped for Bakwa. And Douglas Luiz is going to get dropped by Dominguez. And we are going to go ahead and get into the game here. Here we go. Nottingham Forest versus Real Betis to close out this episode. Dominguez intercepts it. He gets to start because he's unhappy at the club. Bakwa, we have plenty of DMs in the midfield. It's Bakwa. It's 1-0 for Nottingham Forest. I'm going to have to change sliders. I just have a feeling I'm going to have to change sliders again on this one. I hate that it doesn't transfer over, but I get why it doesn't because it saved the save, but I'm going to have to change it. Anderson. Murillo headed away. Second ball. It'll be Brown to try and come crashing in. It will be Anderson. And Anderson. Calamuendo, who's on for Kurswood. Paxao. Back to Anderson. Paxao trying to win it back. Can Dominguez win that ball? The answer is no. He'll take out Dominguez. Or Hernandez, I should say. With the wrong side there at the bottom. Here's Hernandez. Armor Brat with Celso. In for Hernandez. Hernandez now gets past Milinkovic. Nornaus can't get past the keeper. Washington's here for Albetta. Stopped by Anderson and Brown, and that is game over. A narrow 1-0 win. We opened up the scoring very early, and it's been very boring since then. But we are into the top 8 of the Europa League. We will skip out on the playoffs, and into the round of 16 we go. And I did a post-match interview on accident, for flip's sake. All right, we will go ahead and leave the episode here on deadline day, sitting in third in the Premier League, 4 points off the top spot of Liverpool, 2 points off of second place Man City. We have the next round of the FA Cup, which is going to go ahead and be against Sunderland. That's who we will play. I didn't really see that. It is Sunderland. And then in the Europa League, if I can see that, Europa League, we are going to obviously skip on that because we finished 5th. So we will have 5th place. We'll see who we figure out next episode. Until then, live, like, subscribe. Peace out.